Hello everyone, my name is Cassandra, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about gender norms and the gendered body. I chose this topic because I feel like it is the most basic information that we need to know to be able to get rid of these gendered bodies and these gendered norms and things like that. So I want to start this with a who, what, when, where, and why method because I feel like that is the easiest way to explain things. So I want to start with what, and I will start with what is a gendered body. Now, I really like the quote from an article by Judith and Patricia Martin Lorber in The Socially Constructed Body, Insights from Feminist Theory. This quote says, "Social construction feminism singles out gender as one of the most significant factors in the transformation of physical bodies to fit cultural ideals of feminine beauty and masculine strength." And what this means is that a gendered body, gender in particular, is one of the most, if not the most significant factor in making people feel like their bodies and their culture need to go hand in hand. So an example of this would be like women being required to shave their legs and wear makeup, or with men and the hypermasculinity that they have to face. So what are genders? Now, the genders that we know and are more aware of is male and female, obviously. These male and female are common categories that we assign to people, and this happens from birth. It doesn't happen when we're older or younger. It happens right when you're born. So our world has a problem with gender policing people. We like to classify and categorize people into these two different boxes, men and female, with little or no room to branch out or explore. Gender policing means that we act like a police for when we see people not performing what is acceptable within their given gender. And when people do branch out, they end up becoming ridiculed, teased, or things like that. This whole process enforces an idea called heteronormativity, and this is the privilege given to heterosexuals because they are seen as normal. And this heteronormativity puts pressure on people to remain straight or to remain normal. We're taught this in preschool by friends, family, media. So understanding where we grew up and how people have policed us in our lives directly reflects how we're breeding this heteronormativity and how we're gendering people and gendering bodies. So who is gendered and socially constructed? And I would like to say that everyone is. It's not just women who face this, though it's what we like to focus on as a people, like I said before, like makeup or shaving legs. This also affects men. An example of this would be my own brother. My brother came out as gay a couple years ago, and he has been constantly teased in school for not being manly enough. And he didn't like sports or cars or building things or the normal things that men like. He focused on art and music and things that are considered more feminine. And my brother he was teased so often that he actually ended up getting breast reduction surgery when he was 11, 12, 13, around that age, because he didn't feel like he was manly enough and he didn't feel like he belonged in that category. So that is who is genderly and socially constructed. Like I said, everyone is. And who perpetrates this? again, I would like to say that everyone perpetrates this. It's very, very common in our Western society, and has also branched out into the world beyond. Everyone from birth is used to policing people and being categorized. It's a give and take between the two. So when we feel accepted and normal, this is why we try to do this, or this is why we do this, why we construct people, because people like to feel like they belong in some way, shape, or form somewhere. So when we feel accepted and normal, we are more often to categorize these people. So where is this found exactly? I have a couple examples that I would like to share from my own personal experience. I had a schoolmate back in high school who never shaved her legs or her armpits, which really threw off people. She didn't have many friends because people considered her odd or abnormal. She didn't fit into her assigned box. And for myself, like I said before, I don't wear makeup very often, and I played sports my whole life, and people have always called me a tomboy for it. I was never just a girl. I was always a tomboy because I never fit into that box. This goes with my teams too. I played soccer for 17 years, and every girl on my team was a tomboy, and we weren't considered girly or things like that because we played sports, which isn't very feminine. So lastly, I wanted to talk about why. Why do people do this? Why are we socially constructed? And in my own opinion, I feel like people do this because they're afraid of not knowing. I believe that people have a fear of not being a part of something, or not knowing what they're a part of. Gendering bodies allows us and allows people and individuals to find a place where they belong, or to think that they found it. In an article called My Life Without Gender, Strangers Are Desperate to Know What Genitalia I Have, Tyler Ford says this quote that really touched me. He says, to me, this, which is like agender, genderless, simply means having the freedom to exist as a person without being confined by the limits of Western gender binary. For those people who do not embody their gender properly, they are shunned and talked about. And I feel like it's time that people should be free to just kind of exist and to not have to fit into a certain category or gender binary. Western society has a problem, and it has forced a lot of people to become uncomfortable with expressing who they are and what they like, and even though it makes people feel like they belong, they don't really belong. Before all of this and this information and these articles, I never thought about my own gender embodiment much. My understanding of culture and society and the people who policed me taught me everything I knew about myself and about gender, which is what I feel like is common in most of us, and this is why we do this, why we genderize bodies. When I fit cultural norms myself, I feel accepted, and when I challenge these norms, I feel like I'm constantly defending myself, and I feel like it's time to kind of erase that. And the first step is to understand the information that I've been given, or that I'm giving you guys today. We need to understand that this is a real thing, that this is happening, and that we need to do what we can to stop it. And I think the first way to do this would be to just understand and realize that people are people. We shouldn't categorize them as male or female. We should just let them be who they are. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this first video, and I look forward to giving you guys your second one. Alright, see you soon.